Welcome to another episode of the Awakening with Kelvin Phiri Podcast, part of our Bridges to Prosperity series. Today, I want to talk about something that hits close to home, the rising cost of living in Zambia. Even though I'm in the diaspora, I've been hearing directly from my family and the incredible team working on my project in Vorna Valley about how tough things have become. Prices are skyrocketing, daily essentials are harder to afford, and the cost of running even simple projects has shot up. So today, let's break down why this is happening and what it really means for ordinary Zambians. What's causing the high cost of living? We all feel it. Prices are going up and it's getting harder to make ends meet. But why? Here are the main reasons. One, inflation. This is when the prices of things we buy every day like food, clothes and fuel keep going up. Right now, Zambia's inflation rate is high, sitting at 16.7%. That means what you could buy last year with 100 Kwacha might now cost 117 Kwacha. It also means your savings are losing value over time, making it harder to plan for the future. 2. Kwacha, losing value. Our currency, the Kwacha, has been losing value compared to the US dollar today. 1,000 Kwacha is only worth around $35. This makes imported goods more expensive because we have to pay more Kwacha to buy things from other countries. This affects everything from electronics to fuel and even medicines. 3. Drought and food prices. Zambia has had a bad drought which affected crops like maize, the main food for most families. With less maize being harvested, prices for mealie meal and other foods have shot up. Farmers are also struggling, leading to food shortages and increased prices for vegetables and fruits. 4. Power cuts and energy crisis. The drought also affected the Kariba Dam, where we get most of our electricity. This has caused more blackouts, making it harder for businesses to run and leading to higher energy costs. Small businesses like barber shops and internet cafes are suffering because they can't afford expensive generators. 5. Fuel prices. The cost of fuel has gone up globally. And with our Kwacha weakening, fuel prices in Zambia are now higher than ever. This affects the price of everything because transport costs more. Farmers struggle to bring produce to market and shop owners pay more to stock their shelves. How is this affecting ordinary Zambians? It's not just statistics, it's real life. I've been talking to my family and the team working on my project in Vorna Valley, and they've shared how difficult things have become. Prices for building materials have gone up, transport costs have nearly doubled, and even something as basic as buying food is a challenge. Workers on site are telling me how their wages aren't stretching as far as they used to. Imagine working all day and still struggling to buy enough mealie meal for your family. It's heartbreaking to hear these stories, and I know many of you listening are experiencing the same thing or have loved ones going through it. I've also heard stories from families who are cutting back on meals, children who struggle with school expenses despite free education like uniforms, books and transport, and small businesses that are closing because they just can't survive the rising costs. This isn't just about numbers, it's about people's lives being deeply affected every day. What is the government doing? The Bank of Zambia has tried to help by raising interest rates to slow down inflation. Higher interest rates make it more expensive to borrow money, which can slow down spending and bring prices under control. But it also means that people and businesses find it harder to get loans. The government is also working on strengthening the Kwacha and encouraging investment, especially in the mining sector. The hope is that more copper production will bring in more foreign currency and stabilize the economy. There are talks about improving infrastructure and diversifying agriculture to make Zambia less dependent on maize and more resilient to drought. But many of us are still waiting to feel that improvement in our daily lives. People want real change, lower prices, more jobs, and better access to basic services like water and electricity. What can we do as Zambians? Even though I'm in the diaspora, I feel the pain of what's happening back home. I know that many of us want to help, but sometimes it feels like whatever we send back isn't enough with how fast prices are rising. But there are still ways we can all pitch in. 1. Support each other, whether it's sending extra help to family or supporting local businesses. Every little bit makes a difference. Buying from local farmers and craftsmen helps keep money in our communities. 2. Invest smartly. For those of us in the diaspora, we need to think about how to invest back home in ways that create jobs and opportunities, even in tough times. Building housing, starting small businesses, or even supporting community projects can make a big difference. 3. Start small businesses. Even with tough times, starting small businesses can help families earn extra income. Look for gaps in your community, maybe selling food, providing services, or even farming. Some of the most successful businesses start in difficult times. 4. Save and budget. It's harder now, but finding ways to save a little and budget more carefully can help stretch what we have. Simple things like meal planning, reducing electricity use, and buying in bulk can make a big difference over time. 5. Speak up and stay informed. It's important for us to know what's happening and talk about it. We need to keep pushing for better policies and hold our leaders accountable. Community groups and churches can also be powerful voices for change. Final thoughts. Zambia is going through a tough time, but we've faced challenges before and come out stronger. It's not easy, but by working together and supporting each other, we can make it through. Remember, the goal of this podcast is to build bridges to prosperity, to understanding, and to a better future for all Zambians. We need to remember that change doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and collective action. But I believe in the strength and resilience of the Zambian people. Together, we can overcome these tough times and build a better future. Thank you for tuning in to the Awakening with Kelvin Phiri podcast. If this episode helped you understand what's happening, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep building those bridges to prosperity together. Until next time, take care and stay strong.